While her voice has been compared to the quiet whisper of angels, ultimately it's her countenance and poise in spirited debate with peers, well, in this case, Piers Morgan, that has placed Lauren Boebert as likely the frontrunner for the 2025 Dunning-Kruger Congressional Medal of Honor. Explain more about that in a second, but in today's brain-bending clip, it features the Mensa maven gleefully offering up a stupefying revelation about Elon Musk, and as you're about to see, it's another stunning example of that Dunning-Kruger effect in effect. At its most effective, well, let's elucidate.
It's possible to know enough about that subject to think you're right, but not enough about that subject to know that you're wrong. And so there's this sort of valley in there, a valley of false confidence. This has been studied by others, and it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the phenomenon where a little bit of knowledge over-assess how much of that subject you actually know. And then when you learn even more, you realize, no, I didn't know as much as I thought I did. So then there's a sort of a lull there. And then when you learn even more, you come back up. Ultimately, learning enough to know whether you were right or wrong.
Now, certainly no one in public life seems so enthusiastically dedicated to proving this intellectual theory to be absolutely true. What Lauren Boebert exposes today about the inner dysfunctions of the House, the one in which she serves, well, you got to see it to believe it, especially if you're Elon Musk. But before we add today's genius Boebert bleat to her canon of embarrassing misfires and self-inflicted fancy word traps, hey, let's get out over our skis Colorado style. Take a run down Mount Stupid.
Do you feel at some point you'll be able to bring your gun to work?
Who says I don't?
Karen's daughter's degree in lesbian dance theory.
The church is supposed to direct the government.
How many AR-15s do you think Jesus would have had?
I will not be canceled.
They led me to stand in line for government cheese.
Rape victims need abortions. Wrong.
They needed a Glock 19 when it happened.
Hashtag Lauren Boebert is a monster.
Hey, can we lose her voice for the rest of this recap? So today's clip is a true delight. Despite its brevity, so much is revealed. Now, please pay particular attention to the way that Lauren Boebert covers her dim wits with a bright smile, compensates for her, well, lack of understanding with chuckles of self-assuredness, but mostly stumbles and fawns so as not to upset her Doge overlords. But as you're about to see, Boebert still says what we and apparently Piers Morgan are all thinking. So let's hang for a few with the rifle high school dropout, 36-year-old grandmother, fine dining impresario, vaping enthusiast, election denier, QAnon subscriber, vehicular scofflaw, what am I forgetting, Jagger? Oh, born-again Christian, that's right. She is the elected United States representative from the 4th District of Colorado. Lauren, let me open my big maw and step in it again. Boebert.
I'm excited for the Doge Commission that was created. Now, Piers, it's a little frustrating to me at times to have this Doge Commission, but I'm so excited to have Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk heading it up because they are powerful voices in America. And it's frustrating because, you know, having this oversight and accountability and looking into the spending of tax dollars and all of these federal agencies, well, we used to call that Congress. But apparently, since Congress isn't doing that, we need.
I agree. I think it's sure going to be hard moving ahead as the enthusiastically obtuse nod, smile, and hold the door open for governmental sea change, the likes of which American politics has never seen before. So I guess smile, nod, and keep holding that door open, because the Musks, Ramaswamys, and any other Trump agents of discord to be determined, why they need you, Lauren Boebert. In fact, they're counting on people like you because you're the perfect example of what Darwin said. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than knowledge. Now, in modern terms, that's evolved into something like, sure, I can read the writing on the wall, but Piers, who really reads anymore? I mean, mostly TikTok, right? Yeah, the powers that be, rather the powers that are, they're confident in the ignorance of legislators like Lauren Boebert. And on the other hand, Dunning-Kruger, they're thrilled to have a living, vaping proof of their spot-on theory embodied for the world to see.